Welcome. How we eat, where we eat, and who we eat with are as important as what we eat because of the energies at play in the experience. Welcome to Energetics and Food Inspiration, where by connecting to the body's energy centers or chakras and identifying the foods and actions that support these centers, you'll be inspired to choose for your best self and notice the effect that food has on your energy and emotions in body, mind, and spirit. The relationship that we have with food and how we eat can be a clue as to how we approach everything else in our lives. So let's dive into this week's Energetics and Food Inspiration. Well, this is so interesting. For the past 4 weeks, the fifth energy center has shown up in our Energetics and Food Inspiration sessions. For 4 weeks, the idea of being genuine about who we are has been present. And so if you have not been contemplating and thinking about how the choices you make around food and eating are a reflection of who you are, now is the time to do that. This week's first card is from the throat center and it says, I speak my truth about eating. So now is the time that you must consider what you are eating or not eating. Who are you eating with? How are you eating? When are you eating? And why are you eating? These are the very pillars of you and what you reflect to the world at large. The fifth energy center or throat chakra is connected to our voice. It is through our voice that we tell ourselves and others what we do and don't want, what we will and won't do. It is through our voice that we share who we are. And when we are not sharing who we are, then we are being something else for others. We are being ingenuine, inauthentic, and fake. So when we are not expressing ourselves honestly and openly, anger and frustration develop. Ever notice that? And this can then show up as physical ailments that we experience, like a sore throat, a stiff neck, or thyroid problems. So if you ever feel like you never get to do what you want, you wonder when it's going to be your turn, and you feel helpless and hopeless, and even stifled or thwarted in life with endless expectations put upon you, these are indicators that it's time to address your dysfunctional throat chakra. Now, the thyroid is contained within the throat chakra, and if your throat chakra is dysfunctional, then it stands to reason there will be issues connected to your thyroid. Your thyroid is responsible for your metabolism, your energy, body temperature, hair, skin and nail quality, memory, and sex drive. So if any of those things are not at an optimum, then we need to look at your thyroid and your throat chakra. So if you're noticing that you are fatigued, have gained weight, and even though there's been no changes in your food choices and your lifestyle, and there's depression, it's time to address those root causes. The second card is from the fourth energy center or the heart chakra. And this energy center is all about our ability to relate compassionately and unconditionally to ourselves and others with love. When our heart chakra is in balance, we are able to express gratitude to ourselves, others, and God or the universe or whatever you like to call it. And we express love and are able to give and receive that love. When we are balanced, we're able to take in and use the quality and quantity of the nutrients from the foods that we're using. This means that getting caught up in counting calories or following ratios is not supporting the nourishing, healing qualities of the food that you're eating. Now, the heart chakra it's not so much concerned with the physical matter of food. And this is the second card. It says, I heal myself by making nourishing choices. Now, for me, I think of food when I hear nourish. What about you? What do you think of when you hear nourish? Let me know in the comments below. But consider all the actions you take in a day. Which of these actions nourishes you? How many of your choices lean to nourishing yourself rather than starving yourself? And I don't mean starving yourself physically, I mean starving yourself emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Take some time this week to make a list of 10 to 12 activities that nourish you. For example, an Epsom salts bath or a foot bath, walking on the beach, walking in the park, sharing a meal with friends. Assess too how you can add more nourishment to your life. Now, each month I offer a limited number of personal energetics and food inspiration sessions. Would you like one? Once I have some background information from you, I draw 3 cards intuitively so that they are attuned to your energy centers. It's a very personal experience that I will guide you through with the selected cards. So I will make the recording and I will share that with you, and then we can have a one-on-one session to answer any questions that you might have around the recordings and your energetics session. So if you would like to book a energetics and food inspiration session, the link is in the first comments below. Or you can leave EFI and I will send that through to you. The third card this week is from the third chakra, or the solar plexus. The solar plexus chakra is connected to our digestive system, the stomach, small intestine, pancreas, gallbladder, and liver. And this card says, my digestive system catalyzes the transformation of food into my being. This works when your third energy center is in balance, when you are living from a position of accepting your imperfections. But for most of us, this is not where we sit, and we find that we are taking in more energy than we eat and than we need to. And this card says, my digestive system catalyzes the transformation of food into my being. Now, this works when your third energy center is in balance, when you are living from a position of accepting your imperfections. But for most of us, this is not where we sit, and we find we are taking in more energy than we can integrate. We're saying yes when we really want to say no. We're stressed out, overachieving in an effort to prove ourselves. We're overthinking decisions, and we're riding a cravings roller coaster and suffering with digestive issues like bloating and indigestion. In this state, it is not easy for our body to perform the task of transforming food for our bodies to use. Stress depletes hydrochloric acid, which is critical for the digestion of proteins. Eating high sugar foods in order to satisfy energy levels leads to a greater demand on your pancreas for insulin to move blood sugars into your cells, which then results in an increase in appetite. So this week, look at what you can do to support your body in transforming food for your being. If you eat on the go, make a point of sitting down with a knife and fork. If you rush the eating process, slow down and chew your food 20 to 30 times. Are you eating because you're physically hungry or because you have feelings that you don't want to feel and you're stuffing them down with food? When you take notice of how you can support your body will be more effective at providing you with the energy that you need. When my clients incorporate nourishment plating into their daily meals, they become more aware of what they are choosing to eat and how it is helping them to experience sustainable energy and less cravings. So now it's over to you. Which one of these cards will you be focusing on for this week? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you again next week for another energetics and food inspiration session. If you would like your own personal energetics session, leave EFI, EFI in the comments below, and I will send you the link to book that. And show your appreciation by leaving some hearts and share with a friend if you believe that they need this kind of guidance. And I will see you again next week. Take care.